What's up, guys? This is a real overdue update on the aquaponic system. Filming this with the iPad with no gimbal, no nothing, no stand, so bear with me, maybe a little shaky. I'll give you a quick walkthrough. Recently decoupled the system, and then I'll show you the filtration that I have going, and then and everything along the line. I'll show you how the plants are doing. One quick add-on. This is my rain catch system. So probably like 70 feet worth of gutter on one side of the house. That dumps into here, which dumps into here, and then dumps into the bottom pipe here, and then that goes into each one of these tanks, and it fills from the bottom up. And then I have a hose attachment there, which is there, and then that's the way I fill and top off my sump water. And then the deep water culture gets topped off from the fish water, and also I top off the sump water with the settling tank water. Alright guys, this is an overview of the entire plot for the aquaponics. You'll see right here is the sump. That's the decoupled deep water culture. There's the media bed, 2 fish tanks, and then right behind those guys are the filters, 1, 2, 3. There's a radial flow filter right behind that fish tank. Static upflow, and then these are settling tanks. We'll start off here with the sump. So sump I got covered with this. Eventually I'll create a cover on top of the entire border there. This border has really helped and cut down on the weeds entering the actual sump. Every time I'd weed all these weeds around here, they would just fall right in. So I got this border around so I can weed whack right along the edge of the fencing here, and then I have this cover over it temporarily for now. Okay. Here's the sump. I got the largest Laguna pump there at the very bottom, and it's pumping up, overflowing the extra. This is an overflow too, extra. Lots of aeration going there right now. This pipe here is just where the doser drips into the sump. I had to set it up like this, my way of keeping the tubing from the doser higher than the bucket. Otherwise, when the pump for the doser would shut off, it would continue to siphon out of the bucket. So I had to make it higher. That was my way of doing it. Easy, quick, extra pipe that I had laying around. And then the pH probe is sitting right in there somewhere. You can't see it in the video, but trust me, it's there. There's the wire there. Okay, this is the return from the deep water culture. Currently, it's decoupled, so there's nothing coming out, but it's there if I still need it. This is the return from the media grow bed, and then this is the the excess after the filters that just come straight back to the sump. So it'll go from sump, filter tanks, sump, fish tanks, the filter tanks behind it, and then it'll come right back to here and dump into here. So the only thing getting water is the media bed, and that comes out through there. So the pump's a lot stronger than what the media bed can handle. If I go any higher on the media bed, it begins to overflow because of the tolerance I have built up there before I put in the filter tank. Alright, so that's the and this is a fish tank overflow. You can kind of see that's actually running right now. I gotta turn this down a little bit, but so For those of you guys that don't have overflows, emergency overflows to your fish tank, I would highly recommend it. Best thing I've ever done to the fish tank since I put the aquaponics together. Saves me a ton of water. Got power there. This is my pump house. The pH dosers here, and then the two air pumps are there. Currently, you can see pH is running at 6.5, and that's where it's been. I got this 5-gallon bucket that I fill. I put 4 cups of muriatic acid into here, and this is 5-gallon bucket, and then that lasts me, so far this one's lasting me about 7 days, which is nice. Less maintenance for me. And then I have the pipe coming up from here, and then right into here to this valve, and then from this valve I regulate it to regulate the flow, and that goes straight into the sump. And that's how I'm dosing my, at this time, muriatic acid to keep the pH low. My feeding ratio right now is quite low. Alright, here's the deep water culture. Ever since I turned off the actual water flow, some of the plants seem to have kind of wilted a little bit. These are the mustard greens. I'm not a fan of them. I grew them. They grew really nice. They're very spicy. A little too spicy, bitter, spicy for me. But the chickens love them, so I keep it there and they eat that. Here's one. This one's nicer. There we go. So these have been growing before the this bed was decoupled. Those are some green peppers that aren't doing too well, although that one does look like it's doing well now. Moving along, some kale. Root mass down here is huge, and I think that's what's maybe making some of these guys wilt some. You can see that the middle is darker than the outside. I'm going to attribute that to dropping my pH from 8.5 to 6.5, and now these guys are getting more iron, so they're turning a bit darker. So here's another center one here. This is all kale that's been growing from before. It's been decoupled. So here we go in the fish tank area. We go, so the water from the sump comes up through here. This is a 2-inch pipe, and through these blade valves. And then they overflow via these guys here through a slough, and then they come back. And then this is the emergency overflow pipes here, and that goes over to the sump. These guys are old fittings that I've had from the past, and I may use them in the near future to do a split return for solids and top water, or increase the retention time further on the radial flow settler. So once the water exits here, comes through here, and it enters this guy right here. It's a cone bottom tank, 110 gallons. That's the radial flow settler there. It exits via 2-inch pipe, goes into the first static upflow filter. There's an elbow inside, points it down, and then it goes up. This is it. Just below the very top layer of the media there is a 2-inch PVC pipe that exits right here and enters the second static upflow filter. Again, the little elbow pointing kind of down, like at a 45-degree. And I'll show you the grate on this guy. You can kind of see the grate here. So the water flows from the very bottom of this media through it, filtering all the fine solids, and it exits here via this pipe. And that goes this way, and that feeds into this pipe right there, which feeds the media bed. And I put a 3-inch pipe here in preparation to change all the piping from this point to the fish tanks to 3-inch, because I can't get the water flow any faster. It seems there's some sort of restriction somewhere, and I think it may be in the static upflow filter, but I'm not 100% sure yet, so that might be a project for next year. So this valve here regulates the amount of water that goes into the media bed here, and this one goes to the deep water culture here, and that's turned off, so that's decoupled. And then everything else goes down this 3-inch pipe back to the sump. Now, clean out. My clean out is very simple. I think I showed this in a prior video, but I'll go ahead and show it again. Nothing's changed. That's an air line from the 2 pumps at the pump house. Pump it, open it there. There's a manifold at the bottom. It boils the very top. But before I do that, I close the valves so that no more water enters. I open the bypass loop for the filter. Open that, and it goes in here, and that isolates this tank here, and that gets that guy cleaned out. I let it boil for like maybe 10 minutes or so. While it's all boiling and breaking everything up, I open up this valve here, and the same thing's on this second static upflow filter. And that goes into a settling tank. I open up that valve, and that drops into there. It goes to the very bottom of the tank, this 55-gallon barrel tank, and that's just filled with cloth, shade cloth, that the water has to filter through, so all the poop stays concentrated in this one tank here for the most part. And then it goes into this tank, goes to the bottom again. There's more filter cloth there. Goes into this one, same thing, some more shade cloth, and by the time it gets here, the water's clear. There's like a little oily thing on top. I think this is from, these tanks were pickle tanks, and I still haven't taken the time to take out all that water. But you can see how clear it is. You can see the bottom of the tank there. This is clear water, and it comes out of that pipe there. Into this pipe, which is connected to the emergency overflow pipe from the fish tanks, and goes back to the sump. Alright guys, so that's the flow in my entire system. Now let's look at the media grow bed. The media grow bed's been up for about 2 years now. This is an upgrade from 8 half barrels grow beds, 2 feet by 4 feet by 1 foot deep, and this is all dandelion. All of this is dandelion. It grows like crazy. It loves the media bed. It actually grows in a deep water culture bed too. This is the water flow coming into the media bed. I can probably increase that, but it seems like things are happy. This is ginger root, growing nicely. There it is. Right there. Nice ginger root there. And we eat some of this in our salads, and I feed this to the chickens and rabbits. They love this. It grows. It's been growing all winter long, and we'll see how it does in the summer. Okay. There is a. That's pineapple. That's recently new, maybe a couple months old. It's still catching on. This is a pineapple I've had here for a couple of years at least. I've already got one pineapple out of it. Tasted really good, and now it's got two more heads coming out of it. So the old pineapple plant leaves are turning brown at the leaves, but the new two heads are nice and green there. One and then two. No heads yet. Probably not till next year on that one. Some more dandelion and some seeds. If anybody wants some dandelion seeds, just shoot me a PM or a message and I'll send you some in the mail. Some dill. I got dill everywhere. This is all dill. Look at that. Awesome. Another pineapple, dandelion, pineapple. Measly tomato plant. Doing horrible here in the media bed. No idea what plant this is. No clue. I have no idea. If anybody knows, let me know. Send me a message. Post a message down below. No idea what that is. Take a closer look at the leaves here. The bottom. Stalk. At the top. No idea. But I'm leaving it because it doesn't look like a weed. There's another pineapple there. I forget what these guys are called. They're like these little tiny fruits. I can't remember. They've been there for a couple of years too. They're growing real slow, but there's lots of new growth since the cold weather has gone away. Here's another plant. I don't know what it is, and it's been doing pretty good here. No idea what this is. There's the leaves. There's the stalk. There's the top. If you know what this one is, please post down below. Let me know. Lots of green onions. Swiss chard. More dill. Oregano. Dandelion. Sage. Chocolate mint. And a third mint. Some cilantro. Strawberries. Ladybug. Got lots of strawberries here. I pick these guys on a daily basis when I'm out here and eat them one by one. So far no shoots on the strawberry, so hopefully it gets bigger later. This guy's about a year old, that strawberry. Green peppers. Leaves are curled. No idea why. That's what the leaves look like. This is the new growth here in the middle. They're kind of deformed, some of the leaves. And curled. And some necrotic tissue. And that's across the entire plant. From some sort of deficiency. I'm not sure what it is. It's in the media bed. Nothing I can do about it really. Other than maybe some foliar spray. If you have any ideas, let me know down below. Green pepper. Green peppers have been small, about this size. But man, are they tasty. Love it. Days are starting to come up now. is seeds probably from last year that were there that just never sprouted, and now that the temperatures are beginning to warm up, it sprouted on its own. Some more ginger and dandelion all over the place. Standpipe, or not standpipe, but this is the drain for the media bed. And it goes into here. That's the standpipe. So it comes up to here, overflows into here, the standpipe, and then this dumps into the sump. So there you have it, guys. If you guys have any questions at all, post down below. That's my update. More to come. Don't forget to subscribe and post down your questions and messages, and let me know what you think. If you have any ideas, or if you have any links to your systems, go ahead and post them up too. Share the knowledge. I'm no expert in this. I'm only learning from what I see online through Facebook groups and YouTube, and I'm kind of just learning as I go. So I'm just showing you what I've got and how I'm doing, and how I'm doing it. So by all means, share the knowledge, post some YouTube videos, show us how you did your aquaponic system, show us how you set up your filtration, your mineralization tank, and let us know how it's going. So next time, give me a thumbs up on the video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.